Let me ask you something. Have you noticed that your arms feel weaker when you're carrying the groceries lately? Or maybe your legs aren't quite as steady as they used to be when you're walking up the stairs? You pause to catch your breath. You feel the difference. Now, you might think this is just aging, and part of it is. But what if I told you there's something else going on? Something that has nothing to do with how old you are, and everything to do with what your body is missing. A missing nutrient, one that your body needs more than ever after 60. And here's the scary part. Most seniors are not getting nearly enough of it, even those who think they're eating just fine. I'm talking about protein. Now, before you shrug this off, thinking protein is just for athletes or bodybuilders, let me be clear. After the age of 60, protein becomes a survival nutrient. It's not just about muscles. It's about keeping your independence. You see, after 60, your body goes through something called anabolic resistance, a fancy term that simply means your muscles no longer absorb protein as efficiently. That same turkey sandwich or bowl of beans that kept you strong at 40, it doesn't go as far at 70. Unless you increase your intake and choose the right kinds of protein, your muscles begin to shrink quietly. Your grip weakens, your posture slumps, your steps get smaller and slower, and before you know it, standing from a chair becomes a challenge. That's not just inconvenient, it's dangerous. This condition is called sarcopenia, the silent muscle loss that affects up to 1 in 3 seniors, and it starts in your 60s, even if you're still active. But here's the good news. You can fight back. And the first step is simple. Never skip protein. Your meals should include it morning, noon, and night, not just dinner. Eggs, Greek yogurt, salmon, lentils, chicken, cottage cheese, these are your daily allies. And if chewing becomes an issue, protein smoothies or soft tofu are gentle on the mouth and powerful for the body. I want you to remember this. You're not too old to rebuild your strength. Your muscles are listening. All they need is the right fuel. If you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I'll be diving deeper into what types of protein are best for aging bodies, how to eat when your appetite is low, and how simple habits can help you regain strength. One day at a time. You're stronger than you think, and I'm here to help you prove it. Let me share something with you that many doctors forget to explain clearly. Something that quietly steals your strength as you age. Most people believe weakness, slower walking, or even frequent falls are just a natural part of aging. But I'm here to tell you, that's only half true. The real culprit is something far more specific. Your body's declining ability to process protein after the age of 60. Yes, you heard that right. Even if you've been eating meat, eggs, or beans like you always have, your body no longer absorbs the nutrients the same way it did at 40 or 50. This is called anabolic resistance. It means your muscles don't respond as well to protein anymore. So unless you adjust your diet, your muscles quietly begin to shrink. And this is the start of a condition we call sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. You might notice small things at first. Feeling weaker when you lift a chair or struggling to open a jar. Maybe walking uphill feels more tiring than it used to. But over time, this weakness adds up. Muscles don't just make you strong. They keep you steady, balanced, and safe. Without strong leg and core muscles, even a small misstep can turn into a dangerous fall. And sadly, falls are one of the top causes of serious injury in seniors over 60. But here's the worst part. This loss of muscle happens slowly and silently. You might not even realize it's happening until one day you can't get out of a low chair or you fall trying to reach for something. It doesn't happen overnight, but it will happen if protein is neglected. And no, it's not just about eating a little meat now and then. You need enough protein and, more importantly, the right kind. Protein that your body can actually digest and use efficiently at your age. That's what we'll cover in the next section. The best types of protein for seniors and how to include them in your daily meals. So if you've been feeling a little weaker lately, If your steps aren't as steady, don't ignore it. This might not just be getting old. It might be a sign that your body is crying out for more of the nutrient it's missing, protein. Let me tell you something that not enough doctors say out loud. Low protein intake after 60 isn't just about shrinking muscles or feeling a bit weak when carrying groceries. No, it's far more serious than that. You see, protein isn't just fuel for muscles. It's the raw material your body uses to heal wounds, fight infections, and recover from illness. When your protein stores are low, it's like trying to build a house without bricks. Nothing holds together. Let's talk about wound healing. A simple cut on the arm, something that should close up in a few days, can take 2 weeks or longer in someone who's protein deficient. And I've seen it many times. Older adults with slow-healing sores that turn into dangerous infections. Now let's talk about immunity. Your immune system is like your personal army, but that army runs on protein. If it doesn't have enough, it can't defend you. That's why something as minor as a cold or the flu can wipe you out for days, even weeks. And if you've ever had pneumonia in your 60s or 70s, you know what I mean. Recovering from a respiratory infection without enough protein is like fighting with one hand tied behind your back. It takes longer. It feels harder. You lose strength faster. But perhaps the most dangerous of all is this. Low protein increases your risk of falling. Because your legs don't just feel weak, they lose the ability to react quickly. You stumble more easily. Your reflexes slow down. And the worst part? One fall can change your life forever. As a doctor, I've treated far too many seniors who fell, fractured their hip, and never fully recovered. And guess what's common among them? Low muscle mass and low protein. This isn't about vanity, it's about independence, your ability to live on your own, to walk, to cook, to enjoy life. So, if you're over 60 and haven't been paying attention to your protein intake, now's the time. Because this silent danger creeps up slowly, but its impact can be sudden and devastating. In the next part of this series, I'll show you exactly how much protein your body needs after 60, the best foods to get it from, and how to eat it in a way that your aging body can absorb and use effectively. Let's take a breath together. I know we've talked about some heavy things, muscle loss, slower healing, and the hidden dangers of protein deficiency. But here's the good news. You have the power to turn this around, starting today. You see, after 60, your body doesn't absorb protein the same way it did when you were younger. That's not your fault. It's just part of the aging process. But it means you need more of it, and you need it consistently. So how much protein do you actually need? Experts in geriatric nutrition recommend 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. That means if you weigh around 150 pounds, about 68 kilograms, you should aim for at least 68 to 82 grams of protein daily. Now don't worry, you don't need to eat a giant steak every night to reach that number. In fact, some of the best sources of protein are simple, affordable, and easy to prepare. Let's go through them. Eggs. 1 large egg has about 6 grams of high-quality protein. Have 2 eggs with breakfast, and you're already off to a strong start. Greek yogurt, especially the plain, unsweetened kind. 1 cup gives you 15 to 20 grams of protein, plus it's great for your gut health. Fish like salmon or tuna. These aren't just high in protein, they're also full of healthy fats that help reduce inflammation and support heart health. Chicken breast, a lean, affordable, and versatile option. A single medium-sized breast can give you over 25 grams of protein. Plant-based proteins. If you're vegetarian or simply prefer variety, foods like lentils, tofu, chickpeas, and quinoa can help you hit your protein goals. 1 cup of cooked lentils, for example, gives you about 18 grams. But just as important as what you eat is how you eat. Spreading your protein across the day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, is much more effective than loading it all into one meal. Your muscles need a steady supply. If eating large meals feels overwhelming, Try breaking them down into smaller portions, perhaps a snack of boiled eggs in the afternoon or a scoop of Greek yogurt in the evening. And finally, remember this. Protein isn't just fuel for bodybuilders. It's medicine for your muscles, your bones, your immune system, and your independence. You don't have to do it alone. This channel is here to walk with you every step of the way. So if you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. In the next part, we'll talk about the best time of day to eat protein for maximum benefit, especially for seniors. Let me share something most people don't hear from their doctor. It's not just about how much protein you eat. It's also about when you eat it. You see, many seniors eat light in the morning, maybe a slice of toast, a bit of fruit, or just coffee. Then they eat most of their protein at dinner, thinking it's enough. But by that time, your body is already winding down. Your muscles, especially after 60, need a steady supply of protein throughout the day to stay strong. If you give it all at once, especially late, your body can't use it efficiently. It's like trying to water a garden with one big flood instead of slow, steady watering. So here's the trick. Split your protein evenly. Aim to get 20 to 30 grams at breakfast, 20 to 30 grams at lunch, and the rest at dinner. That way, your muscles have a constant fuel source to repair and rebuild, especially after light activity like walking or stretching. And trust me, your body knows how to put that protein to work, no matter your age. Let me give you a simple example of how this might look. Breakfast, 2 eggs plus Greek yogurt equals 25 grams of protein. Lunch, grilled chicken salad with lentils equals 30 grams of protein. Dinner, salmon with quinoa and vegetables equals 25 grams of protein. It doesn't need to be complicated. Small changes, spread out over the day, can make a big difference. It's about feeding your body what it needs, when it needs it. And one more thing. After you eat protein, don't just sit around. Go for a short walk, do a few gentle stretches, or even stand up and move your arms. This helps your body use the protein to rebuild muscle. It's like giving it the green light to get to work. So remember, protein is powerful, but timing is everything. If there's one thing I hope you take away from this video, it's this. Never skip protein after 60. I've seen far too many older adults struggle, not because of age itself, but because no one ever told them how important protein really is. Protein isn't just a nutrient. It's the building block of your muscles, your immune system, even your healing process. Without enough of it, everything slows down. Your strength, your energy, your ability to recover from illness or injury. And here's something I want you to hear clearly. You are not too old to rebuild. You can grow stronger. You can improve your balance. You can keep doing the things you love. Gardening, walking, dancing, even picking up your grandkids. You just need the right fuel. And that starts with daily, consistent protein. So don't wait. Start tomorrow morning with eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein shake. Add some movement. Even a walk around the block makes a difference. Because staying strong doesn't just mean staying fit, it means staying independent. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this message touched you or helped you understand your body a little better, please subscribe and stay tuned for the next video. We'll keep learning, growing, and getting stronger together.